Whenever you're ready.
Hey, TCGToaster here.
Alright, so you've seen my last Inzektor deck profile video, but this time this is going to be for March 2013 format. So yeah, let's go. This is Inzektors again. Got again 1 Hornet, 1 Dragonfly, 3 Centipede. This is like the basics right here. This is what you always run. This Giga Mantis, and 3 Ladybugs. These are all staple in Inzektors, mainly because these are level changers, so that you have more access to different exceeds. Giga Mantis helps get off combos, and then, these are just your basic things that you detach off of. Like, you equip Hornet onto Dragonfly, you pop something, and you special summon a Centipede from your deck. So, that's the basic combo. Okay, then you got 1 Hopper, so that stuff can attack directly. This is also something that unequips itself. It's really good when you have like a Dragonfly that has a Mantis and a sword on it, because then, that's just a 3200 attacker to go directly. It's a really good card. This also allows for easier access to rank 4s. For the searchers, you got 3 Tomatoes since we lost Sangan. I really like 3 Tomatoes because when you have Dad in hand and you just set Tomato, you can just keep going through your Tomatoes and you just drop the Dad, unless you already have stuff in the grave, like a Hornet or whatever. But Tomatoes are a really good searcher because they can just search themselves out. That's why I like them a lot. 1 Reaper because it's a really good card so that they use up their resources to get over Reaper. If they use their lands, then, they wasted their lands when they could have used it on something else. 2 Trag. Trag is just like a really good card, because this deck gets a lot of dead draws when you're setting up. So when you take some damage for Trag, you can potentially drop a 3600 Trag. And, what's it called? This also opens up Exceed plays, because, it can change levels of whatever in the graveyard. And then you can also, like with Ladybug, it changes the level of any monster that you control. So you can change Trag's level as well. And then last card is Dark Armed, because literally every card in this deck is dark, or every monster in the deck is dark. I was considering running card cards, but I found it too inconsistent. So Dark Armed is just a really good guy. For spells, you got 3 Excalibur. These guys are just like, in my opinion, they're MVP almost. But like, these are really important to the deck. A lot of people like to run 2, but I personally prefer 3, because when you don't get enough damage in, it's kind of hurtful. And the thing I like about these is whenever they're sent to the graveyard face up, they get their effects. So your monster can be, like, Dragonfly can be killed, like, attacked over, and Sword would get the effect. And you can even add the Dragonfly that it was equipped on. Next up, you got your staples. Reborn Dark Hole Heavy. I'm not even going to explain these. Allure of Darkness is like, it's a staple in Inzektors, because like I said before, everything is dark. If you just draw a monster with Allure, then you're golden. Avarice to put stuff back, like, I'd use this to put Dark Arm back, and then I drew into Tomato plus Dark Arm, and, as I said before, that's a really good hand, to me. 2 Duality for consistency, because you don't play any other draws except for Allure and Avarice. You got Mind Control, which can be used to open up more Exceed plays. It also just, gets rid of like a Raikou or a Snowman that your opponent might have. So this is a really good card as well. Foolish Burial sets up for plays as well as MST. MST really does help with plays, because you can MST like your Giga Mantis or your Sword, and you can get the effect of a Dragonfly plus the Giga Mantis or Sword, which I really like. For traps, you have Triple T-Roar. Since all your monsters are small, I personally don't like to run the deck without Triple T-Roar, because you want to keep a good field advantage, because, like, if your Dragonfly dies and you're out of Call of the Haunted and Reborns, then what do you have left? You don't have anything except for, like, an Avarice, maybe. Got Mirror Force because it's like, in my opinion, sometimes it's even worse than T-Roar. Mirror Force has to be on the attack, and that's when stuff like Six Sands or Gladiator Beast, Heraclinos can negate it. So yeah, T-Roar is better in my opinion. Plus T-Roar chains. Compulse is really good for like when your opponent goes Miracle Fusion, you can just bounce back whatever it was. Or if your opponent is about to exceed or synchro and you know it, then you can also use this so that they have no options. Except for like, you know, normal summoning or special summoning stuff. The one warning, no judgment, because like I said, everything is small and you can get attacked over really easily. Warning is just, it's probably one of my favorite cards in the game because it just gets rapes on everything. And then 2 Call the Haunted because it's like running multiple Dragonflies or other cards. For the extra deck, you have Strike Bouncer. I know this might seem weird, but when you have like Hornet, Dragonfly, or Centipede, these all level change. So if you have a Dragonfly and you equip Centipede, he's now level 6. And if you have another, like a Hornet, and then you equip Centipede, this is level 6, and you can exceed for Bouncer, which is a walking Veiler. So that's just my take on it. Next up is Zenmayo. This guy, he kills the back row so that you can go for more OTK plays. You make him with like Dragonfly plus Centipede that are level 5 with Ladybug. So yeah, that's how you make all of these. Tyrus is a really good card. I mean, it pops stuff after attacking. It's immune to destruction, so you can Dark Hole with this on the field and you'll be golden. Adrius, it's kind of like an MST, but it kills anything. This is like another Hornet, kind of, because I mean, it just pops face-ups. Existag, I love this card. I can't even say how much I love this card because this has caused me to win games against like Chaos Dragons, Heroes, Six Sams, because they can't do anything about it except for like Veiler. Crimson Shadow is like an instant detachment rank 5 that I really like. If you watch the World Championships 2012, like I said in the last video, his name was Saito, I think, and he went into this more than he went to Tyrus, which really says something about this card. And you know, it just can't be destroyed by battle, card effects. It's amazing. One Black Ship of Corn, just to get rid of like Zen mains and rival Spirit Reapers, stuff like that. Because we all know that those cards can be really annoying to the deck, or select against any deck. Gaga Cowboy. I love this card so much. Getting Cowboy in defense for game is the best thing I've ever done. My favorite thing ever. Zen mains. Oh my god. He's like a staple in decks now. In extra decks. 2 Leviathan. I like 2 Leviathan because it's 2 2500 beaters that you can bring out pretty easily in this deck. I use this card a lot for the OTK. If you guys want me to do an OTK video, just put a comment below, and yeah, I'll do an example. Then you got Leviair for it's good for Allure plays and Dark Arm plays, so that you can like have more options. This guy helps with so many OTKs, it's not even funny. Just gives another 300 to everything, including himself. Then this guy rapes face over Acid Golem, Zen mains, any Exceed. It's really insane. Plus it gains 500. This plus this is a good combo. So yeah, that's the extra deck. For the side deck, you have 2 Raikou. I run Raikou instead of Snowman because of the mill. Plus if you're facing something like Elemental Heroes, they go Shining and then this makes it miss timing, or same with Spellbook Star Hall, Spellbook Tower, stuff like that. 2 Maxi, because windups are still a viable deck, as well as 6 Sam, they just got a lot more consistent. So you're going to have a lot of things that special summon, and then Maxi just lets you draw all your important cards. 2 System Down, when you're facing something like Machina Geargia, or just Geargias, Karakuris, stuff like that, which I know aren't very common these days, because those just aren't as fast. System down really does hurt, because then